Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Earthspark line. Um, this is Deluxe Class Grimlock. Now, I initially thought that this was an entirely new mold because of how different it looks from the previous Deluxe Grimlock. Well, my problem is um, it's actually been about 3 or 4 years since that figure came out. So I went back and I looked, and it turns out this is actually a heavy retool of that version of Grimlock. You have a new head, new shoulders, new forearms. You have a new tail section. The shell of like the tip here is new. It's shorter. This section here is new, has different greebling to it. There is a new head and clearly a new weapon. Um, I was not expecting that. But it is, I mean, I did go through and watch it's the exact same transformation. It's like they completely reshelled it and gave us a new weapon, which I think is actually a better weapon. The original Deluxe Grimlock really came with a blast effect that was meant for Tyrannosaurus mode, that was a fire effect that was then supposed to meant to be used as a sword, I guess. Well, here we have the classic Grimlock blaster, and I got to say, this is one of the few times, if any, that an official version of the Grimlock Blaster has been done at the deluxe scale. Now, um, looking at Grimlock itself, as I mentioned, this is an entirely new shell, and unfortunately, I feel that by just reshelling, it has made some things a little bit trickier. I do find that on mine, the hip joints are a little looser than I remember. But you do have things like the opening mouth. And what's interesting is that does include the post for the blast effect. So I wonder if like part of the jaw is just uh, um, new and they kept, another part of it. But, since it has been like 3 or 4 years, and oh, I should mention this comes with a leg of Mandroid. Um, Little bit of a hip swivel, that's about it. It's all fused one piece. There's not even a knee joint. I really think when it comes to Build-A-Figures, Hasbro should just stick with um, the Marvel Legends since, or at least have the Marvel Legends team advise on how to do something like that. So, I mean, we can just go right into the transformation here. First thing you want to do is flip the front claws up. Those are new, and on the original toy, they would come down, but the instructions show it going up, and I think that's accurate to the show. So you then also want to rotate the forearms so they're facing outward to bring the ball joint forward. And you can see there that, like on the original, you do have that back claw molded in. And then just sort of angle the arms out of the way, give you a little bit of space to work with. The next thing you want to do is you're going to open up these panels here, which is where the dinosaur arms are molded in. Come in and pull out uh, this piece right here, which will be a foot, and then at the same time come on the back and just bring up that foot there. And probably by doing that, you'll loosen up the panels, and that will allow you to just open them up, split the leg. Now, the leg transformation is still a little bit of interesting, I should say. First thing you want to do is fold up the tail like that, rotate the panel down, and it's actually was easier to do when the tail was longer because number one, it filled in a lot more of the spot and it was just easier to grab. And you're going to close the panel up and around, and there's a that tab on the uh, tail piece will peg in there, closing up the leg, and then you're just going to collapse the foot up like so. Do it again on this side. Um, there's the tab I was talking about, and it'll go in that middle slot. Just, make sure you have it lined up and it should go in no problem. And then double hinge the foot so it comes up. And just like that. And I think you just rotate the legs forward. And as you can see what I'm talking about, it being a little on the loose side. And also, you can also see what I mean by it being, um, uh, that the back here doesn't close as nicely. And is that not? I don't think that piece is tabbing in as well as you would like. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. We have it. Um, Once you have that done, rotate the waist forward. And yes, this is a lot easier to get to robot mode than dinosaur mode because then when you're going to dinosaur mode, you have to make sure those panels, the feet line up properly and tuck in. Um, Bring this section back. Now, this section also will peg in and secure the dinosaur head into place. So you're bringing it back like this, accordion it up. There's a slot there and a tab on that back panel that will snap into place. Now, on the original Grimlock toy, what you were supposed to do, and this is not shown in the instructions, was collapse the um, jaw so it's offset like that. And that would allow a horn that was on the back of the head to tab into that slot. That's not there right now. So basically, when you close this up, there's really nothing there to secure the dinosaur head into place. So, with that being said, we're done. Here's your robot mode. You do have a new head for Grimlock with the traditional faceplate, I would say, basically just black with some blue. So there's that. Um, like I said, on mine, it is a little, the hips are a little loose. So you can go ahead, bring this weapon in, peg it into the hand like that. Grimlock does not come with a crown or anything of that nature. So there's nothing for the head in robot mode. But the articulation is the same. You have ball joints in the shoulders, ball joints at the elbows, ball joint at the hip with the swivel. You do have a nice less than 90-degree bend at the knee, but you do have that great foot articulation. So I would say this might even be a little bit better of a version of Grimlock just because it's a little bit cleaner and closer to like a stylized G1 design, which I think is what they were going for with Earthspark. So yeah, I got this from Amazon. It just I mean, they've had a listing for it being sold by third-party retailers. As of this recording, they finally have it in stock for about 19.99 or so. Keep in mind, Amazon does price to an algorithm. So what could end up happening is you'll go and buy it, and it's a couple dollars more, couple dollars less, depending on the stock. Now, if you want a complete Mandroid, you do need to get Grimlock because it does come with the another leg. So, yeah, and that's just another thing with the figure, the way they're doing this wave. I mean, a build-a-figure should be in one wave, top to bottom, not that it's over the course of two or three waves where, distribution is iffy, and we are in a break now between season one and season two. Are retailers even stocking the Earthspark deluxes and stuff? But like I said, it's a fine figure, definitely worth a place in the collection if you're a fan of Earthspark. If you're just looking for a deluxe Grimlock figure, well, to be honest with you, um, yeah, this could work too, because frankly, there's not that many more except for the classic one, and the classic one, uh, you know, was based more on that Pretender Grimlock. So there's that. Obviously, the gold standard of retail Grimlocks is the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, but I know for a lot of us, we can't get that. So, yeah, that's actually about it. I mean, we're not even going to pause for my final thoughts, just, get this out here for you. But if you like, if you want to complete the figure, you got to get it. If you need a deluxe Grimlock, this is the one to get. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. Um, it is it is very important that you do that because that helps with the algorithms from YouTube in terms of communicating uh, and having my channel promoted and my videos promoted. The other big thing is sharing the videos around to other sites. Let me just say that with guys like me having to compete with the early toy reviewers, it's imperative that our videos get out to as many people as possible because those guys have a very strong viewership that frankly, once they see the video, even if it's like, 6 months before the toy would be found at retail, um, that's it. That's all they care about. So, yeah, it does help get us around. I mean, just sharing a little bit of insight, my algorithms tell me and my, analytics that most of my views, besides coming from YouTube searches, also come from, uh, other websites and Facebook groups and stuff like that. So please get them out there. And hey, you might not have to because I do it myself. So we can all help each other. I also have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. It really helps take the edge off, especially with the prices going up. But as I always say, if you can't swing the dollar a month or $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just cherry on top of a generous Sunday, and that generous Sunday is being able to do these videos for you and make a couple shekels on the side. So yeah, that's about it. This is your old pal Chuck for Earthspark Deluxe Class Grimlock. We will see you next time.